So remember those old school chocolate peanut butter bars? Well, today I'm doing an updated spin on them, and I'm not using crushed graham crackers because I want them to be gluten-free and I hate buying specialty ingredients. So I have an easy swap out, and I'm gonna say they're even better. And I dare say they could probably even be classified as healthy. Let's make them. So let's start with the most important ingredient, the peanut butter. Now, I tried this recipe with natural peanut butter, so kind of the kind that has like the oil that's separated and you stir it together. It works okay-ish. I did not like the consistency of the peanut butter bars because they didn't set as firm, so they were hard to cut and serve. So if you can, I would recommend like a Jif or a Skippy or something like that, just the grocery store peanut butter. To that, for the sweetener, I'm adding 1/3 of a cup of honey. You could also do pure maple syrup here. And then if you do want to make these healthier, you can totally cut this amount in half or by third, or use what other type of sweetener you would like. I like this liquid sweetener, but you can use whatever works for you. And then just a teaspoon of vanilla. Okay, so we're just gonna stir that all together until it's nice and smooth. Instead of using the crushed graham crackers, because I'm not gonna buy a $10 box of gluten-free graham crackers, I am using almond flour. You'll need 1.5 cups of blanched almond flour, and then just stir it in, and that's all you need for the peanut butter layer. It will be pretty thick, which is fine. We want it to be thick, so you're gonna have to use a little commitment to work everything in. When you're done stirring, the dough will be very thick. Will be about this. So you kind of want that like Reese's peanut butter bar consistency. And then you're gonna transfer that into your pan. Now, I tried these with an 8x8 inch pan. I didn't like how thin the peanut butter layer was, so I decreased the pan size to 9.5. It's a loaf pan. It's a 9x5 loaf pan. I have parchment paper on it, and I grease the parchment paper so when the bars are done, I can lift out the parchment paper and cut them. So you just want to transfer this over there and pat it down. To get it nice and even, I'm just gonna go ahead and use my fingers and pat it into an even layer. Peanut butter layer's in, now we just need to do our chocolate topping. In this microwave safe bowl, I have 2 tablespoons of peanut butter, and this is just gonna kind of help when you melt the chocolate, help smooth it out so it's nice and spreadable. And then I have a cup of, I'm actually using dark chocolate chips here, but you could use semi-sweet or milk chocolate as well. And then I'm just gonna pop this in the microwave and melt it until it's nice and smooth. It takes about 1 minute to 90 seconds, and then I stop every 15 seconds to stir it. You want to take it out when it's not completely melted yet. You still wanna see like the shape of the chocolate chips in it, but then you'll continue to stir it and everything will melt nice and smooth. Once the chocolate's nice and smooth, we're just gonna pour this over the top of the peanut butter. All right, I have a little tiny offset spatula. Offset spatulas are like my whole life. I love them, use them for everything. So I'm just gonna spread this all over the peanut butter. Okay, so now we have to put it in the fridge for a couple hours to let the chocolate set before we cut them. But I'm gonna sprinkle a little flaky sea salt on top. You could also do chopped peanuts or just leave it as is. Our bars have chilled for 2 hours, then I took them out of the fridge, and you want to set them at room temperature for about 15 minutes before you cut them. This is just to prevent the chocolate from cracking as best as we can. I got some easy tricks for you. So when you cut them, leave them in the pan first. We're gonna cut them in the pan and then we'll transfer them out. I'm gonna use a sharp knife and kind of just score lightly the top of the chocolate into your squares. So this makes about 18 squares. So I'm gonna do 3 lengthwise, and then go across the horizontal side and make 6 even sections. You're still not going all the way down into the chocolate, you're just kind of scoring the top. Once that is scored, then you could take your knife and kind of press a little bit harder and go through those scored lines to slice through the chocolate. You're not going all the way down yet. I'm gonna run my knife like a couple times through just to get through the chocolate. Once you're through the chocolate, then you could go back and then slice all the way down to the bottom. Now you're gonna just take your parchment and lift them out, maybe. There we go. And we are finally able to try one of these lovely slices of peanut butter heaven. Reese's really has nothing on these. Look at this thick layer of peanut butter. You can store these at room temperature, but I will warn you, if they are at room temperature, you're just going to be eating the bejesus out of them. So what I do is I put them in the fridge in an airtight container, and they'll stay good for a week or two, or you can freeze them too, because then you could take out like a little treat every so often. If you like the peanut butter a little bit more solid, then I recommend storing it in the refrigerator. Otherwise, at room temperature, everything's really nice and soft, and you have like a good texture of the chocolate. These are so good. You can find the full printable recipe on mamagourmand.com. And if you liked this video and found it helpful, please like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.